Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. So that's got things underway. Tries to get it clear. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Messi. Not the most accurate pass. Mbappe. That's a nicely measured pass. And he's straight offside. And it's Snyder. That is good alertness. Flamengo looking to pass their way through. Oh, that's well spotted.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time. Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigol, as he's become known.
Nobody would ignore him.
He has all the attributes, Peter, and the list is too long for me to mention them now. I'll settle on lethal.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's a good ball played into space. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Bellingham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Back into the middle. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made. He's had a hit! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Mbappe really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Flamengo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Now the finish! Goal! Flamengo! And Flamengo take the lead. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Out of play for a throw. Cruyff. Ruben Dias kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. He can run onto that. Messi gets flagged offside.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Davids. Played it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Batistuta delivering the goods as expected.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Lahm does really well to win the ball there. Defending was strong and firm.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's in plenty of space here. Costa Curta. Puyol. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Forwards and with intent. Keeper's ball. Davids looking to add to his goal. And he's quick to snatch it back. Mbappe. Lam. Bellingham.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
The referee has given a corner. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Schneider is... Schneider! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Oh, the ball's gone astray. Batistuta. Oh, shooting chance! He's delivered all right! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Maldini. Oh, what a ball! And the finish! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it has been a pretty crazy game so far. A game played out in extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. There's the whistle then to start the second half. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Mbappe. Now it's Batistuta. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. There they go, hunting in packs. Batistuta. Batistuta, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Bastoni promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Messi. Interesting ball. Davids. Nedved. And it's Batistuta. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Batistuta. Just eases him off the ball. Cannavaro is the guilty party there.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
That was travelling.
We all love a trier, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Lahm. Now it's Cruyff. He could be in here. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Mbappe. No, it's Nedved.
That was lovely, that.
He's just the keeper to beat. Oh, great ball. Has a goal! Goal! Flamengo! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, he makes finishing look like a matter of fact. Why take extra touches?
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa 11.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And they deserve great credit for turning things around, but then
Bellingham! Oh, that was no routine save.
well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game.
Camisa 13. Teremos uma substituição.
That has been knocked clear. Lahm.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey. Batistuta, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Mbappe. Lahm. Oh, he's found support out wide. Shot could be... And Messi! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
And it's Batistuta.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, well played, well played.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Bellingham. Mbappe, and the cutback.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Very nicely done. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. The pass has gone astray. Cruyff. Bellingham. Up he goes! It's in! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner.
Bellingham. Messi in with the challenge.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Messi's cross. And that has been cleared. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Lahm. Mbappe. It's come through, and he's had a quick look inside. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Substituição.
Oh, this is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Deep into stoppage time. Stood up well to him there. David Villa, Cannavaro cuts it out. No luck with that dink over the top. So that's it. It is all over. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. So yet again, Munich expects, and it has every reason so to do. Bayern, so often Germany's indisputable champions, the preeminent force of our day, looking to impose itself once more.
We have already started here.
And it's Messi. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, this guy, Ruben Dias, has been a revelation. I'd say his two strengths are the aggression with which he leads the defensive line and the awareness that never seems to fail him. That makes him a very stern test for any opposition attacker here.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Modric. Now it's Haaland. Schneider kept his eye on it, and he's there. Busquets. Cafu. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. Great work on the overlap. Cafu is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now it's Modric. Traoré. And the ball's a good one here. Jogatina. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Haaland! Haaland! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
I think his face smacks of disbelief as opposed to disappointment. He thought he was about to score.
Maldini. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And here's Hullet. And he's had a hit! Oh, that is very close.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And we have our very first corner. And he's managed to get rid. Out to the right. He's going for goal! That looks a cracking ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, they've got it again. Well, that looks a decent ball. Busquets. It's Modric! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Modric is offering a wry smile there.
Van Bouten is there, and he can get that clear. Mateus tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Now face to face with the kick. Bullet! And that would have been some goal.
Bullet really has just learned a lesson there. Your focus cannot lapse, even slightly.
Jogatina. No, that's been intercepted. Lahm. And it's Messi. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Mateus is looking to set free a runner. And he's there to get it away. Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Maldini simply refused to be outdone there. Haaland. Now it's Modric. Modric cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Mateus demonstrating his defensive quality there. He's had a shot! Goal! There is the breakthrough!
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
After 37 minutes is...
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
He's picked his way through. Hullet. And Hullet! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And Dijk gets it away. Bayern Munich are looking to go forward now. Van Bouten cuts it out. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Haaland. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Gilberto Silva. That's gone loose. Has a shot! That was superb goalkeeping!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Played back in. And we hit half-time. And it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field, number 11, Erling Haaland.
So off we go once more.
Coming on to replace him is...
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Traoré. Busquets goes sliding in. Steaming on goalwards. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. And the referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
Messi with a real chance here. Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. A real chance and a real let-off. That's beautifully weighted. He's had a hit! Oh, within an inch or two.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered. Might want to be careful there.
Oh, delightful ball. Now it's Schneider. He has found the way through. Chooses to go back. Bullet! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Oh, that's clever. The less said about that pass, the better. Costa Curta. Gilberto Silva. David Villa. And it's Modric. Schneider.
The attendance for this match was 60,000.
Just about up to the hour now. And smartly reclaimed. And it's Cruyff. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
It's a goal! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe!
Goal!
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Distributed tidily. David Villa. He's had it taken off him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Substitution on the field. Number 34, Gilberto Silva. Number 30, Messi.
Van Dijk.
Number 21,
Still
David
no way
Villa.
through. The defending here is resolute.
Number 5,
Griezmann
Bellingham.
hits
Number
one!
9,
They've got to be quick to recover this.
Jr. Number
Well, that was
17,
nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Oh, no joy this time. Ruben Dias. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Modric. Engages and forces him off the ball. Neymar. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Memphis Depay. Van Bouten. It's Bellingham. That's been cut out, well played. He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here. Great, shooting chance! And it's in! Back to within one! Interesting!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Bayern Munich get themselves back into contention.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Now it's Chouameni.
Bayern Munich really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He is just caressing the ball. And it's Neymar. It's a promising position.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
And he's got his range wrong there. And that'll be a goal kick. Bullet. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is good alertness. Busquets. Cruyff might just make this. I think we're just about done here. Memphis Depay.
Bayern Munich have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that's fabulous. And he was alert to it. Modric plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's found a way through.
Has been indicated.
He was quick to react. Neymar. Pull it. So, what can they make of this? Costa Curta cuts out the pass. Deep into stoppage time. Cruyff. He's played him through. Griezmann has it out wide and in space. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the manager's pumped here, Peter. He has every right to be after leading his team to such a fine performance. It shows exactly what it means to him. His passion is...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. So yet again, Munich expects, and it has every reason so to do. Bayern, so often Germany's indisputable champions, the preeminent force of our day, looking to impose itself once more. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, the idea was a good one, the execution of it not quite so.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Oh, he's been... Cantona!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Maldini gets across to intercept that. Lobbed in behind.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Messi.
Central and defensive midfield is such a key area, Peter, for most teams. And I think in Emmanuel Petit you have one of the better players who can call themselves a specialist in playing that position.
And really appreciated at both club and national level. He has that defensive nous, but since moving forward into midfield, my goodness me, what a career he's made.
And his sense of positioning is superb, but perhaps most importantly, the ability to cover for anyone making a forward run.
Can he put it away? Wanted to outwit the keeper, but a shade off target.
Raul might just be regretting what was probably the toughest of his options.
Tries to get it clear. Casillas. Pedri is the guilty party there. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Battling for the right to play in the early stages. Cantona is fouled. Quarter of an hour played. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Lahm. Petit. Messi. Guti, this is Messi. That's really well cleared. It is an excellent defensive intervention from the front man. No goals as yet. He's found a way through. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Pedri gets over and intercepts, and there's his chance to lead the counter. He's in plenty of space here. Now it's Hullet. Great defending, strong and determined. Busquets puts his foot on the gas. Messi. And that was very necessary. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Well timed, excellent interception. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Trion cuts it out.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Look at the space here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. The most accurate pass. Hullet chasing after it. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Bastoni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And it's goal! Goal! Bayern Munich! First blood drawn. And that really is so impressive.
After 39 minutes is number 13.
Bayern Munich are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Triol kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Cantona. Roberto Carlos promptly onto that, and that is that. Petit. Raul. Can he get it through? Well, this is a great position. Cannavaro gets good distance on it. And it's Lahm. Guti. And the half-time whistle goes. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And, well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It's still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substitution on the field, number 13. Raul.
Here we go again then.
Coming on the field is...
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it.
Cruyff! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Played towards the front line. Bayern Munich have the chance to go the other way. And here's Cruyff. And he's in on goal. Decent hit! And it's in! They have come roaring back!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Neymar gets rid without sophistication. Modric. Oh, sweet feet. It's an inviting looking ball, that. No, he's not getting past him there. Nice bit of skill, and he's away.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Lahm cuts out the pass. Bayern Munich applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Guti. Oh, played through for the wide man, and he's straight offside. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Guti. Number 10, Modric. Coming on the field, number 50.
He's through here. Oh, it's Memphis Depay. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he gets rid in a hurry. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He has found the way through. Now it's Neymar. Neymar! Messi. That's been cut out, well played. Neymar. And he's picked out the run. He's gone for goal! The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Substitution on the field, number 17.
Bayern Munich making another
Memphis.
change here.
Number 16, Busquets. Coming on the field, number 11, Vinicius Junior. Number 22.
Nice ball, and he's in here. It's Neymar! Bayern Munich have their second corner now. And that has been cleared. Showing good feet.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Camavinga. And it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable shapes to shoot! And that was very necessary.
Bayern Munich showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Cruyff! They've done it! And the comeback is complete! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now.
Oh, smashing header! And he hits the net! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. What a great header, got plenty on that.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Vinicius Junior. Vitz. Great chance! Oh, that's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully. Bayern Munich have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he's heaved it away. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Played into space out wide. And he thumps it clear. Vitz. Well, that is one way to stop him. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Cleared without hesitation. Is there any support? He might not need it. And that's it. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Cruyff taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Children's announcement.
Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with what we just witnessed. As soon as they got their goal, you felt they were always going to go on and find a winner, and they did just that.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, the river provides a beautiful backdrop to this hugely impressive arena filled with 50,000 fans or more from Internacional, and you have to love their noise, their colour, their choreography. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. He's chosen to go back. Internacional looking to pass their way through. Guti. Maldini with the slide tackle there.
Any attack containing Raul is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight.
Well, when you think about it, most of his ilk will put themselves before the team. But Raul is different and has a greater appreciation for all that and likely to put others in before himself.
Cruyff. Neymar goes steaming forward. Now it's Neymar. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cole! Oh, shooting chance! Schneider gets good distance on it. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And here's Messi. And Messi! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Mbappe calmly anticipates. Schneider has got himself a free kick. Mbappe, Messi, and the finish! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Cole, Messi, can he finish? And he's really put himself on the line here. Modena with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Cafu. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
It's a sweet ball, that. Raul. Danger averted for now. And that's been won straight back. Now, who's going to be first to this? No goals as yet. That's really well manoeuvred. He's shifting through the gears here. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
He's got the shot away!
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Not the most accurate pass. He's got a side of goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise. Great hit! Oh, it's come loose. Modena have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. It's their second corner of the game. Cannavaro can get it, and he's had a hit! And that is doing no harm at all.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
And he cuts out the supply, and he can clear it away. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Foot in. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Neymar. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Schneider. The fullback is in acres of space here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Messi. Looks for the finish. Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced.
And it's Messi. And he's had it nicked away. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. How would you review the first half?
Well, Peter, apart from the lack of goals, I really don't think there's much to criticise. I think they've got to keep doing what they've been doing, and eventually they should find a way to the back of the net. Here's hoping for them.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substituição.
Here we go again. So the first half brought no goals.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Back into the middle. Modric was in no mood for any of that. Cafu. Pullet. And here's Messi. Oh, sweet feet. Messi looking to run onto it. Tchouaméni with the clearance.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes.
Just the goalkeeper's shot at goal! Marvellous goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here. Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Neymar, decent hit! And now they can clear their lines. Pull it. Passing nice and neat. There's the hit! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Presente na partida de hoje. 60.810 espectadores.
No, that was never going to make it. Neymar goes on a charge down the left. And it's Cruyff. And that has left him in a heap.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Messi. And he's intervened well there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Maldini. And it's Schneider. Internacional finding their passes. Showing great feet there. That's good defending, very good defending. He's in plenty of space here. Mbappe! Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Messi. Neymar. And it's Schneider. 75 minutes played. Maldini spots it and intercepts. Messi.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Substituição no time do Internacional. Camisa 21, camisa 22.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
Neymar.
Internacional really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Mbappe! Really well taken goal. And with that goal comes comfort.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Modena are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it. Internacional are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence, or attack, for that matter.
There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. It's a pretty loose pass. He's found the way through. Oh, here's a chance. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And here's Griezmann. The message is clear. None shall pass. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
And time is up. Internacional perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Internacional desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Many thanks to Jim. And Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. So yet again, Munich expects, and it has every reason so to do. Bayern, so often Germany's indisputable champions, the preeminent force of our day, looking to impose itself once more.
And already we're underway here.
Alessandro Costa-Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
It's interesting because he's still become considered a chance! They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Messi might just make this. Modric. Mateus gets across to intercept that. Buffon punts it upfield. It's a little off target. And it's Messi. Hernandez. Wirtz. Mbappe. Mateus. Cafu. And it's Messi. Donatoni. Now it's Hunnit. Shot could be... Can he finish? That's a half-decent try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And claimed it back swiftly. Lam. Gullit. Can he finish? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And it's Schneider. Gullit. Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end, Bellingham has got himself a free kick. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Batistuta. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Mateus. Short changes him with that pass. It looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Mateus. Mateus. Maldini. Muscular approach does pay off here. And he thumps it clear. Oh, easy pickings there. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Can he get it through? And here's Batistuta, Cafu. Hernandez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And he welcomes it in. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Bayern Munich have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Schneider. That's really well cleared. And it's Gullit. Time and again they are repelled. Mbappe in with the challenge. Donatoni. Batistuta. He has found the way through. Great hit! He scores! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Fitz. He is through here. Batistuta. And Donatoni. Always onto this. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. They've switched it over to the other side.
This is the time you need that pace.
Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And he's had it nicked away. Mateus with... and a header! Good delivery, but no joy.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Struck first time. And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. Reflections on the first half?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
So, both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, David Villa. Coming on to replace him is number 15, Hule. Substitution.
Second period then underway. Cruyff. Costa Curta. Chouameni. And it's Lam. Goulet. Modric plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Gullit. And he's picked out the run. Batistuta finds himself offside. Let's make sure that's not getting through. Schneider. Mbappe.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Vids. Modric. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent...
That was travelling.
Oh, well done for him to take the shot on. He did at least hit the target.
Gullit. Maldini. Lam kept his eye on it, and he's there. Goulet.
The attendance for this
Could
match
move
was
up a gear here.
60,179.
And it's Modric. He's had it taken off him. He's going for goal! Now, who's going to be first to this? Has another go! Decent enough try. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's through, it's one-on-one! Good effort from distance. Now it's Cruyff, and he's onside. That looks a decent ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Cruyff. And Mateus. That's been cut out, well played. Pass is just off target. Schneider. Cafu was in no mood for any of that. That is good alertness. Played out to the right. Goulet will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's had a shot! Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Cruyff is herring after that one. Not much subtlety about that challenge. And that's put paid to a promising move. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Bayern Munich clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And no surprise, that's a booking. Lacking in accuracy.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
It's lofted through here. Bastoni calmly anticipates. Bayern Munich have it back and can go again. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Bastoni cuts it out. Bellingham. Oh, good ball. Goulet. He rises! Sticks it away! Two ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Bayern Munich could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Wits!
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Cannavaro. Chipped through. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Mateus. And he's let fly. Good hit, kept the keeper honest. Mateus.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And that will be it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
Please make sure.
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely
Hello,
here.
everybody, and
Gorgeous,
welcome to
gorgeous
today's
evening. The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
And already we're underway here.
Lahm, and he's intervened well there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, that's delightful. Can he latch on to this? Mateus. He gets big. Decent enough try. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Goulet. Plays a sharp little ball here. Alessandro Costacurta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Well, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Maldini. Cole. David Villa. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Neymar gets it clear. Internacional have got it back and they'll have another go. Palmer. He'll try from distance. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Oh, he's onto this. Oh, he's bustling through here.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had...
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he has shown him a yellow card. He's going to be disappointed with that. David Villa. And he's chosen to go back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Fiddles it through. Modric plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
That's good vision. Now it's Hullet! He scored! There is the breakthrough! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess...
David Villa! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Internacional with the corner. There first. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Corner number 2 then. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Time and again they are repelled. And that was very necessary. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mateus was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. David Villa. David Villa unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Hullet. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Lahm is in a really good position out wide. Maldini does really well to win the ball there. Lahm made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. He's had a hit! Cole! They've done it! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
There will be 1 minute
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
The ball has bounced loose now. Neymar. And we hit half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
Substitution on the field. Number 15, Messi.
Internacional get the ball rolling in the second half.
Neymar. Number 23,
David Villa.
Schneider. Coming on the field.
He's been shifted off
Number
it.
14,
That is
Griezmann.
good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Johan Cruyff.
Substitutions taking
Mateus. Mateus cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
David Villa. Mateus. That's been cut out, well played. Batistuta charging forward, the ball at his feet. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Cole. That pass has been well intercepted. Bellingham. Cole. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Griezmann. It's Griezmann! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ødegaard gets across to intercept that.
The attendance for this match was
Just an hour into the second half.
29,150.
Searching ball that into space. Courtois will lay claim to that. And it's Griezmann. Now it's Hullet! And yes, it's there! And they're back in front. That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Goulet. Ruben Dias. Falam. Oh, good-looking ball. Goulet will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Odegaard.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pullet pulls off an exemplary piece of defending.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Mateus. Coming on to replace him is
Chouameni.
number 22,
Cole.
Guardani. Substitution.
And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Taken back almost at once. Just about up to 75 minutes. That's a nicely measured pass.
Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. No second thought, a straight red card.
Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
And this is a great chance to get themselves back square.
Number 14,
So there's going to be another change here.
Griezmann.
Odegaard!
Coming on the field
It's run
is
loose. Who's going to get
number
there?
2, Alessandro Bastoni.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Mbappe. Wits. Bellingham. Tries to get it clear. Oh, lovely feeding is such a great chance! Busquets clears. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cole.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bastoni. Bellingham. Bellingham proves just a little bit too strong.
Internacional need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Donadoni! He tried the chip, but it wasn't his best.
There's no doubt he made the right decision, but without the right result.
Lahm. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Ødegaard. Mbappe. Oh, nicely intercepted. It's an inviting-looking ball, that.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Ruben Dias. Time added on will be 2 minutes. That's very neat. Wits.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And time is up. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Gullit taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Being displayed on the screen.
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, I think the manager can take a great deal of satisfaction with this win. It was a solid game plan that worked pretty much as he envisaged, and the players executed it to wonderful effect.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me.